Welcome to Retro Movie Geek, the show wherein we, your humble hosts, watch and discuss a retro movie, which we define as any movie 20 years old or older. This, of course, means we spoil the heck out of each and every movie we cover. So if you haven't seen this episode's cinematic delight, first off, what's wrong with you? But secondly, consider yourself forewarned. I am Joel, and I am joined by, as always, Daryl, also known as Dynamo. We call him Dynamo behind the scenes. And shortly, hopefully, we'll be joined by the always present Peter. But he's not here yet. So, but we have a guest. And don't let, if you're seeing this on Mom and Pop Video Shop, the YouTube channel, don't let his name tag, the Seavage, throw you off. He is, in fact, filmmaker Chris Seaver. Welcome to Retro Movie Geek, Chris.
Greetings.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do the entire show with that level of energy. That'd be great.
Yeah. It'll be like Dakota Johnson as she acts.
Or how she does interviews for Madam Web.
I like when she does interviews.
I bet you do.
The dead inside sarcasm is what I like. You know, I like that.
I know you like that. That's your kind of lady. So, Chris, welcome to this show. You and I had a wonderful chat along with Tyson on the Mom and Pop Video Shop channel not so long ago.
It was great.
Yeah, we talked about Wellsville Nights, which is the project you are currently working on, and I wanted to also bring you on here so we could talk about it because, as one who's supporting it, Daryl,
he doesn't know anything about it.
I know. I just love to throw people under the bus. It's fun. But
your other co-host.
I'm going to give him all kinds of crap. Yeah. So. It's a I don't want to take away anything from this because if I try to explain it I'll do horribly. Oh wait, hold on. This just in. Before we get into the land of Wellsville Nights, there's a Peter on the stream. Our huge Peter's here. Welcome, Peter.
Hang on, I can't hear you.
And the best part is, Chris, Peter freezes constantly, usually unintentionally, and while making some weird face. So just be prepared for that.
Or when he's jerking off or something.
Oh, well, that's what I meant by weird face. Yeah, so, Peter, Chris is here. On. Chris Seaver, filmmaker.
I'm going to turn the sound off. I can't hear shit. Hang on.
Oh, that's even better. So I'm just going to keep talking to you as if you can't hear me.
Oh, I heard you, jerk.
Oh, okay.
You should have hurried up.
So, Peter, you missed the part where I was just saying that I'm happy to have Chris here. He's doing this new project, Wellsville Nights. I'm happy to support it because I'm supporting it, Peter, as we all should.
Oh, look, there it was.
Nice.
There was a delay on the freeze. Okay, there it is.
Oh, it was? Sorry.
Yeah. It just appeared out of nowhere, and then the finger.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so
you wanted to do it.
Oh, and again, Daryl, you're fancy pants, mister, with webcam and everything. God damn.
That's true. By the way, Chris, you should feel super honored. This is the first stream we've done with Daryl where it wasn't basically him just holding his phone the entire time and then occasionally walking around his house and you're looking at his waistband.
I mean, I'll still walk around because I'll carry my computer and just walk around.
Okay.
It's different.
All right. So, Chris, we will all shut up now and let you tell us about Wellsville Nights.
So shut up, Joel.
And then we will watch a quick little PSA because it's hilarious and I want to show everybody.
Okay. If obviously people have no idea who the fuck I am, but I've been making comedy horror for 33 years. For several different companies throughout the U.S. And I tend to throw in all the things that I love growing up, which is horror, absurd comedy, anything 80s, anything cheese, B-movie type shit. But I also grew up, love is a strong word, but I guess laughing at shows like Degrassi Junior High and 15 and Swan's Crossing, and to an extent, I guess 90210. But yeah, so Wellsville Nights is a parody of teen soap operas from the 80s and 90s. Everything was serious. Everything was over dramatic. No kid on these shows were having any fun whatsoever. Everything was dire. Every episode was a tragedy. And I wanted to poke fun at that, but also infuse my brand of stupid humor and horror elements. So it's a show shot very much like those shows, specifically, the sitcoms of the 80s that were shot with three cameras to tape, very harsh lighting. So that's what we did. We tracked down old cameras. We shot it all to tape. So it's just that. It's like we have a 4-season arc. Right now it's high school. It's all of high school. We're trying to raise money to shoot the first season. We shot the pilot two years ago. And then I shot my 64th feature last year. So Wellsville Nights got put on hold. Now we're back at Wellsville Nights and trying to raise money for the rest of season 1, which is 7 more episodes. So that's what it is, man. And there's a bunch of different videos out there explaining what the hell the show is. You can go on the GoFundMe, and there's anything, because it is a very weird and niche type of thing. It's a very select audience that's going to get what we're trying to do, and I understand that. So there are a lot of videos explaining exactly what the show is. And we also did a bunch of fake PSAs like they do in the 80s and 90s. And the PSA sort of evolves into a, hey, support the GoFundMe. And so, yeah, if you're having trouble figuring out what the show is about after watching all of these videos, then there's a deeper issue with you altogether. But yeah, so Wellsville Nights, there you go. That's what it is.
So yes, I want to say that in all seriousness, I found out about Chris, and I've already told Chris this, but for both Peter and Daryl and the audience, I found him on Tubi because of a documentary called Zero Budget Heroes. And Peter, I think I've told you about it. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, I think we talked about it because I went down Chris's filmography and had a lot of fun with that.
Yes. And believe me,
love the titles.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Joel, you just told your white friends you didn't.
That was not intentional.
It was when we recorded with Allison. Sorry.
Yeah, we were doing a different show. Daryl, he was there. I told him.
Tubi. I would have watched.
You can still watch it. It's on Tubi.
Watched part 2, Daryl.
And actually, Daryl. In all seriousness, knowing your taste in movies, I think you'll absolutely appreciate the
Stoinky Beach.
Yes, the yes. Juvenile, politically incorrect aspect of all the humor. Yes, Sex Squatch.
The Dingleberries.
Which I just got my Blu-ray copy.
I saw that. Return to Fart Lake, to Blood Fart Lake.
Yes, you got to be very specific. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
And one of the favorites, Moist Fury.
Yes.
Wow, my wedding night.
Which one? All right. So, if you are cool with it, Chris, very quickly, for those watching the video version, those that are just listening to the audio version, you're just going to need to hear this. But believe me, you'll get it from the audio. Are you okay, Chris, with me playing?
Yeah, cool. It's one of the PSAs we did.
Yes. Yeah. I absolutely I know exactly which one I want to play because it's amazing.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. I'm going to expand it.
Hide that. You said.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hopefully everybody can tell me if you can't hear this.
Hey Jennifer, how are you? And where's Nick? He was going to show me his new breakdancing move.
Hi, Emily. Nick's at home and I'm in the dumps.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, funny you should bring up breakdancing because Nick was teaching me some of his dope popping and locking, and then I bent my body a little too close to Beach Street. Jumping! And I farted.
Is that all? Big deal. People fart all the time. Even teenagers like you and I.
Normally, I wouldn't care. Nick and I have been farting on each other since we were 5 years old. But you see, this fart didn't come out of my butt. It came out of my vagina.
Oh, word?
I was so mortified. I had to leave Nick's place immediately and get some fries and shake stat.
Well, Jennifer, believe it or not, I've heard of this before.
Really? From your vagina?
Yeah, my mom and I do this all the time. We're working out to Jane Fonda tapes in the living room. It's called a queef.
A queef?
You see, queefing happens when the vagina releases trapped air that tends to occur when you're working out, dancing, skiing, snorkeling, bike riding, reading a book while cross-legged, sleeping, or breakdancing.
Wow, I never knew.
And when you queef, the sound is similar to that of a fart, but believe you me, they are not the same. And unlike a fart, which can smell so bad, like it's gonna melt the skin off grandma and grandpa, a queef has a very pleasant smell, like mahogany or a bowl of spinach with vinegar.
Wow, now I feel silly. Now that I know what it is, I will have the confidence to queef freely and with no remorse.
Oh, really? If you want to learn more about queefing and how to detect if it's in fact a queef or a fart, make sure you donate to the Wellsville Nights GoFundMe campaign. There you can find out all the information you need and also how you can help bring the first season of the show to life.
Join the campaign and donate for some extra rad perks, including becoming a producer and getting your name in the credits, a specially recorded video from the cast of the show, and even having your picture and name in the Wellsville High Yearbook.
Believe me, you'll want to see how this first season of Wellsville Nights unfolds. It'll blow you away.
I think you mean queef them away.
Well, Queef City, here we come.
I will donate so I can direct the queefing.
I don't know that's one of the perks, Daryl.
You sure? It needs it needs to be.
That was great, dude. When that popped up in my feed, I was like, oh, they're doing PSAs. That's cute. And I started to watch. I was like, absolutely, of course, it had to be.
Did you show your kids? Did you?
Not yet. No.
Did you tell them what queefing is?
Did you
Have I
tell
told
them
you?
what
I need to have that conversation. Yeah.
Call them in, boys.
So Chris, thank you for that.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right, but we've talked about Wellsville Dice.
Alita Battle Angel. Sorry, I'm
What?
geeking out on stuff in the background. I want.
Whenever we have a guest that has cool stuff in their house, my co-hosts get distracted very easily. Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, he's got it decked out.
Dang.
This is just
says the guy with the garage foot decked out like a
Yeah. What are you
video store.
talking about?
Hello.
Yeah, his is like
I'm-
nice
I'm
and
in my
neat, though, and
daughter's
clean.
It's true. His is nicer and clean.
This is just the sci-fi room.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Oh, he has genre rooms.
Yes, we do. We do.
Oh, well.
wow.
Upstairs is the 80s room, and then downstairs is the horror theater room.
No, very cool.
Damn.
Very cool.
Wow.
All right. Well, we are here though. We on a mission from God. We
We're
are.
not doing Blues Brothers.
I know we're not
No,
doing
no,
that. I know. We are though doing The Running Man.
Yes, sir.
So Peter, by chance,
Oh, hang on.
you have a synopsis? I realize I'm
Let's see
covering
the
it.
toilet paper.
Are you covering me up?
Only partly.
Hang on.
I'm gonna see if I could fix that while you're.
No.
while you're
I'll
digging
do
around.
like this.
Queef it.
Ah!
Queef it.
Just like-
This is a long one.
No boy.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is from the back of a VHS, of course. Some of them were lengthy, some of them were one lines. This is of the former one. Arnold Schwarzenegger is running for his life in the high-tech futuristic action adventure, The Running Man, co-starring Maria Conchita Alonso. We're on par. Yaphet Kotto, Dweezil Zappa, Mick Fleetwood, Jim Brown, Jesse the Body Ventura, and in a critically acclaimed performance, Family Feud host Richard Dawson. The year is 2019. which is this would actually make this is a period piece, right?
It's alternate history. It's like a what if?
Well, we're almost there.
It's our future.
The year is 2019. Television is now ruling people's lives. Again, not sci-fi. In the 21st century, the most popular audience participation game show is The Running Man, where convicts can win pardons, sure, instead of parting gifts by defeating murderous henchmen known as stalkers. The stalkers haven't had much of a challenge lately until Ben Richards came along, wrongly convicted of slaughtering 1,500 innocent people, which is what? Not correct at all. Richards is the next contestant to fight for his life and his freedom. When Running Man host Damon Killian says, "Come on down, be prepared to pay with your life." But Ben Richards isn't going down without a fight. Off Schwarzenegger goes into the burned out section of Los Angeles to face 4 of Killian's 8 stalkers. Sub-Zero, wielding his razor-sharp hockey sticks. Buzzsaw, the maniacal motorcycle riding slasher. Dynamo, practicing his deadly electroshock treatment, and Fireball with his mighty flame-throwing arsenal. Now the entire country is glued to the tube in a heart-pounding sudden death battle.
Wow, that was a synopsis.
Yes, I know.
That was.
I need to leave now.
Okay, so the question has to be asked. Let me get rid of the synopsis tag.
I wrote this 2015, which
right,
is when I left.
I'm going to say right off the bat, if you put a gun to my head, said you guys covered this movie before, I would have been like, of course we did, and then I would have died.
No, we didn't. I wrote a review. That's
the only. Yeah. I couldn't figure out how we didn't cover this. But important question for our guest, Mr. Seaver. When did you first see The Running Man?
So probably. I would probably say 88. And it was probably on HBO or something like that. You know, we had HBO and
Stella, huh? Daryl.
We rented. You know, our family was we went to the theater like all the time. But there were some movies that we just missed theater wise. I also didn't. I grew up with a family that didn't really care about some of the stuff that I was watching. It wasn't in the 80s. I mean, it wasn't a fucking issue anyway. I mean, it was just you know, we were all going to see rated R movies. It didn't matter. But for the Running Man, it had to been HBO. Probably 88.
Okay.
You know.
Do you have a recollection that you liked it?
Oh yeah, like Arnold is a big deal. Arnold, I mean, still in our house. Yeah, he's a big deal.
Good.
You know, my wife and I are huge Arnold fans.
Awesome.
But you can't beat 80s and early 90s Arnold.
Of course.
You know? Yeah. And this was just one of them. I at that point I was definitely like far more. I loved Predator. Predator was just like top Arnold for me at the time, right? You know, and Commando was right behind that. But I'm a huge Conan the Barbarian fan, and like loved Conan, and you know. But Running Man was cool. It was, you know, I don't know. To me, it was just like add it to the pile of amazing Arnold action movies. You know. Yeah.
So are you a Terminator? T2?
I love the first Terminator.
Okay.
I don't hate Terminator 2. I think it's pretty sweet, and I was right there in the theater, you know, opening night. But
in Florida,
it wasn't. Because of my sensibilities, I think I like the first one a lot more.
Yeah.
I just love that it's more of a horror film. Yeah. You know. So
okay, I'm gonna get your hot
take. Some might say a slasher.
You beat me to it. So let's get Chris's take on this. So Chris, we have a running argument, especially over Jay of the Dead's New Horror Movies. Some co-hosts there think it's a slasher film. Others say you're out of your friggin' mind. It's a sci-fi killer robot movie. It's not a slasher film. But if you follow, I will say I'm in the middle on this one. Why not? Where it's, I think I can see why with the beats of that movie, the way it plays out, it does have slasher movie vibes.
This is a year-long ongoing debate.
It's one of those. I've always said it's like a sci-fi horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sci-fi stalk and slash. You know what I mean? Like, because essentially he is.
Yeah.
He has one goal, but
To be back.
he's taking out suckers like left and right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the difference? You know? So I can totally see that point of view, and I would agree. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I am also a big fan of Schwarzenegger and Terminator in particular, and I love T2. I saw it 11 times in the theater when it originally ran. And Daryl, you will be happy to know I just took my kids to see it in the theater a couple weeks ago because they were showing it like the flashback cinema or whatever.
Right.
So now I've seen it 12 times in the theater. So I know Daryl cares what I.
At least you saw something decent.
Oh yeah, well, that's true. And Escape from New York. They were showing Escape from New York a couple weeks before that.
Okay.
Which I never.
We've established. I watched that the first time in Florida.
In Florida, yes, you were.
They're all family films.
They are. Yeah. All right, that's right. Damn right. All right. So, Peter,
Yes.
when did you first see The Running Man?
Well, I can't lie because I already showed you my retro review, so I can't say I watched it first time yesterday. No, that won't work because it's an Arnold movie. So we rented this probably 88 when it came out on VHS, I think.
Okay.
So,
and the question has to be asked. So, Chris, I don't know how familiar you are with the censorship laws of Sweden, but in the 80s,
I didn't even think of that. I think
in the 80s and 90s, apparently you could say all the boobies and butt in the world,
course
you could show because it's Sweden. But anything, even like I think what did you say like kung fu, Peter? They would cut.
The martial arts was a big no.
Yeah. So, but did you remember was not Commando? Sorry, was Running Man? Was it cut?
See, I didn't check. I didn't think.
Okay, I'd be curious.
It might have been. I think it might have been. To be fair. I'm not sure.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like Commando though, where they cut. Like,
I'm sure they didn't show the head blown off, did they?
Oh, that's true. That part's great.
In the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. So Daryl, when did you first see The Running Man?
Me and my mother went to go see it. She wanted to see it.
Of course.
And, we went to the movie theater. Yeah, it was Arnold, man. We watched that shit. T2 I've seen with her. I've seen Terminator 1 I've seen with my mother.
Raw Deal. What about Raw?
I saw that in the theater in Denmark.
What about Red? Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let's ride the line. What about Red Heat? Where you had a Red Heat? Oh, really? Okay. So Chris has a line.
We watched Red Heat here.
When I was a kid, we fucks with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anything came out, they were like, my mother was like, yeah, I'm going to see it.
All right. So, hold on. So Chris was giving us the thumb down for those that are in audio version only on this. Give us thumbs down on both Raw Deal and Red Heat.
Raw Deal is Raw Deal is one of the most boring Arnold Schwarzenegger supposedly
don't drink and bake
action films I had ever seen. Raw Deal, I can't stand. Believe me, I cannot stand.
Okay.
No, Red Heat.
Raw Deal. I was about to.
Yeah, no, but I think, Rod, I feel, what's funny? I remember seeing Raw Deal years ago. I haven't seen it since.
Red Heat was slow. Red Heat is slow.
Yeah, we
I just don't remember loving Raw Deal either, though. If I'm being honest, I don't remember loving it.
When you try to throw in Raw Deal between fucking Commando and
Conan, it's pointless. I know. Well, now, okay, let's go kind of off genre. What about Kindergarten Cop?
I'm not.
They're horrible.
Go fuck yourself.
I love Kindergarten. What about Twins?
Yeah, no,
I love Twins.
Twins has Kelly Preston.
Go fuck yourself twice.
Now, where I draw the line is Junior. I can't even with Junior. That
when he started doing the most I can handle is Last Action Hero.
Okay,
You know?
I like Last Action Hero.
I can't even stand that.
I do.
You gotta take that kid out of it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I like Last
Get the kids out of my action movies, man.
Damn.
Yeah, get the kids out of your action movies.
Get them kids out of there. You know my motto.
All right. Well, I remember seeing Running Man, or probably around the same time you did, Chris, because whenever it came out on video, because I saw it on video. I remember my friend JL. So my dad let us watch when my parents were divorced, because I'm as a true 80s kid, that was like the requirement. And so my dad was like, yeah, just don't tell your mother. And then as we've established on the show, I was a bit of a snitch because I had this guilty conscience. So I would totally rat him out. And then every time I'd go visit him, he'd be like, okay, your mom just yelled at me. And I'd be like, yeah, but can I rent Die Hard, blah, blah, blah. He'd be like, okay, but you have to keep this one quiet. And then I would go home, and then I would confess again. It became this.
I would have punched you in your throat.
I should have been punched in the throat. But
I would have been like, get some fucking balls.
My dad was the kind that, my sister and I could have rented Revenge of the Nerds, whatever, it didn't matter. My mom was way more a stickler. But my friend JL, his parents were great in the sense that we rented everything, but they didn't care at all. It was like, have fun. Here's the card. Go get something. That was who I watched Running Man with. I have the Vegas recollection, and I remember I always liked it's like so campy, crazy, over the top. Yep. Even by it's been several years since I had watched it. Rewatching it this time.
Which one?
Running Man.
Okay.
I love it even more though. There's something about it that is just so fun and endearing. Not to lay all my cards out on the table.
I watch it every year.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, because we do Arnold marathons every year.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's cool. All right.
And so the last viewing was on the 4K.
Nice.
Which is weird how they took that off of every streaming service.
I also have.
What, the Running Man?
What do you got?
John Park. Yes.
Oh, is that the single? Sure. Is that the single?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's amazing.
Wow, look at that.
So wait, Running Man's on Netflix over here.
It's not here.
Not here. It's it's behind a pay.
I bought the Blu-ray because I was going to watch it streaming. I was like, F those people. So
they took it off of every single. I think the last
in your Dropbox, Joel.
I'm sure it was, yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
to be fair, I should own it physically.
Yes,
the fact that I didn't was a little. I was actually kind of surprised at myself. At least, even I figured I had the VHS or something around here, but nope.
I think the Criterion was the last time it was on a streaming service.
They put it on the Criterion channel.
Yeah, the collection. Yes,
Running Man.
You didn't know that? Yes, along with Terminator 2 was on there.
Okay, weirdly, I could see Terminator 2 before, even though I feel like any of those movies, for some reason in my head, Criteria just has like this air of pretension to it that I just figured anything that's popcorn.
They have an air of shit you want to see. Okay.
Well, sometimes.
In the air, a lot of times. In the air of like all of the.
When Daryl's sitting down with his Bergman films.
That's right. All of the Dirty Harry movies are on the Criterion. They were all on there. Like, you'd be surprised what
they probably realized that was the only way they're going to get somebody to actually subscribe, because if they
No, I'm talking about the section on if you have Max, it's on there.
Okay, well I don't.
It's right
so there we are.
I have that section.
All right, so we have established then when we first saw this movie, and I think we probably then should. I guess as far as the story goes,
should I put queefing in the show notes?
You should absolutely put queefing in the show notes. 100%. That
extra
goes
queef.
Yes,
I'm queefing right now.
Queen La Queefa.
You are a disco man.
I'm queefing right now.
That's why we keep you here, Daryl.
Yes.
Who else will get the disco reference on Daryl's?
You're old. Nobody gets the disco reference.
That's not old.
No, it's new. You fool.
It's Star Trek Discovery.
I just said disco, as in the
music. Disco.
Yeah.
They call it.
Oh my God!
Don't talk to him anymore.
No.
Keep it moving.
All right. So, Running Man, directed by Michael Glazer. Was he Starsky or Hutch? I never.
Starsky.
Starsky.
Okay.
And he was Hutch at sometimes. They changed characters.
Yes. He actually directed another movie, Peter.
Yep, that we did.
Yes.
What?
I was leaving.
Band of the Hand.
Yeah, Band of the Hand with.
Never heard of it.
You were here when we covered it.
I know that. I know. I love that movie.
Have you ever seen Band of the Hand, Chris?
No, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I called it puberty.
I'm a weirdo when it comes to films.
No.
You're in the right crowd.
I don't know, because I'm kind of a. I have a lane that I like to stick in, and Movies that could be considered, I don't know, like something that could happen in real life.
Wait, so Band of the Hand couldn't?
Dramas, things like. No, I'm saying I won't watch those.
Yeah, he's saying it could.
Okay.
It could. Yeah.
I went through that in my school. Band of the Hand.
I'm not a big drama guy. The drama has to have some sort of heightened reality.
You want some
it.
genre element?
Yes, I can't.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And that's how I've always been. Like
No,
I've
that's
never.
fair. Yeah.
Like I'm not a. You're not going to see me watching like fucking.
Terms of endearment.
No, Saving Private Ryan, any of that shit. Like I'm not watching.
Now, if Saving Private Ryan had say, I don't know.
Here's the big question:
Would that
Steel Magnolias?
Hell no.
See, hold on. Just so we're clear, Chris. Thank you, because I for years said hell no to that movie, and then they finally made me bring it on this damn show.
And you cried like a
I
bug.
did not cry. I was
Yes,
happy.
you did.
I was happy when she died.
You cried. I will fucking come through the screen on you, motherfucker. You respect Sally Field and everyone in that moment.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like that's so. It's just something that I don't do. I don't want to watch a movie that I could just step outside my door and experience in real life. Like I need it
You
to
have
be
Sally Fields outside your door.
heightened. I have to have it heightened.
Move out of the way.
I understand it completely.
Okay, it's a fair point.
Just how I've always been.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely way more open to like drama and stuff, but I have like windows where I get like that. But then my wife says, "Can we please watch something other than horror movies?"
Well, I like the human condition, so I can watch all of the.
My human condition has to have like aliens or like
lots of blood, lots of
dragons.
Yeah, I was a mix. My mother loved sci-fi and she also loved drama. So in my house, there's all of these movies ran the gambit, and I was able to watch them without her, saying you can't watch that. As long as it didn't show boobies too much, I was able to watch it. Then I'd have to sneak later and watch the boobies. But when she didn't know.
Came later, the scrambled. Hey, was that a nipple?
You damn right. I had WHT. You damn right I did.
We had some neighbor kids down the street from us, and the big thing happening one weekend was Porky's was coming to HBO. And like at the time we didn't have HBO yet because it was still like early 80s, but like my friends like mom and dad were gonna watch Porky's, and it was a big deal. And so like me and that friend hung outside the window while they were watching.
That's very meta of you, actually, when you think about it. You're peeping in on Porky's
because we were like, Porky's. It's coming to TV.
That's basically porn.
Yeah.
And someone hasn't seen it yet. And for those of you who are just listening, Peter
Porky?
You haven't seen Porky's.
I saw the original Porky's.
You saw? Okay. I thought you said you didn't watch it.
I never saw the sequels, but I saw the original when I was a kid. When I was a little, 13, whatever. I don't know, somewhere in there. I remember Pee-wee and all that.
Age for Porky's.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
Yeah.
I definitely was not of the proper age to be watching Porky's through the window.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of those movies from people our age. All right, so Running Man. We will focus on the running. This I don't know if you picked up on that, Chris, but we tend to all have ADD on the show.
I like that.
Okay, good. Okay, good. What?
Squirrel?
I was diagnosed. What about you guys? All right.
Apparently, Schwarzenegger weren't all that happy with the choice of director either. So.
Oh, was it?
I read something about that, but
okay. Well, back to the lecture at hand. Paul Michael Glazer is the director, as we said. Writer Stephen King, because it's based on a Richard Bachman story.
Richard Bachman.
Yes, but I caught that in the opening credits. Did they have King's name anywhere on this thing other than on IMDb?
No, because they didn't know at the time.
Okay,
so that's when it was a secret. Oh, and speaking of, anyone here read the novel?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a big King fan growing up.
Yep. It's totally different.
It is totally different. But I like what they did. I mean, the book is the book and the movie is the movie. And
exactly.
For me, the movie totally, it for me, it blows the book away.
Oh, really? Okay. No, I feel I only Bachman book I know I read was Rage.
Which is a good one too.
Yeah, and so
the difference is we don't have the stalkers. Well, you do have stalkers, but not stalkers like in this one.
Yeah.
And it's completely different. It ends on a downer note, basically. And for people who haven't read it, but it's a good novel, but it's totally different. And the Running Man movie is just.
Isn't Edgar Wright doing like?
I read something
the
about
novel
that.
now. He's
is he really?
Yeah,
I read something about that. I didn't know that.
So I love to see that being like a closer.
Yeah. My philosophy is if there's especially with if there's source material, it's sort of like Shakespeare. Like how many versions of Romeo and Juliet are there? Right? There's a gajillion of those. Like I will be shocked if I like Edgar Wright's Running Man more than I like this one. But it'd be totally different.
It's going to be a completely different interpretation. I mean, this one is just over the top, and just you couldn't even count all the one-liners, and all of them are from Schwarzenegger.
It's actually this movie I think is like cream of the crop.
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger one-liners. Like,
it's
definitely insane. It is nonstop.
Yes, it is. So
and you still quote it basically.
And so the "I'll be back" line, right? Obviously, nod to Terminator.
That harkens back.
Did they do that? Did he say that in Commando too? I can't remember.
It's not in Commando.
Okay, that's 85. So was this the first movie he said it as like a meta reference back to himself? Then
there's another movie he says it in. I can't remember.
Yeah. But before this one, was it before Running Man?
No, right? No, I think this is the first.
Yeah.
Because Raw Deal came out, was it 86 or 88? 86?
Somewhere around that time.
Okay.
I watched it
again, I haven't seen Raw Deal in forever, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But let's see. Okay, so I wait, hold on.
Lighthead. Hey,
hold on. If you guys could see the
I know that.
Superman Schwarzenegger. Lois.
Lois.
Jeremy, get out of there!
Oh my god!
And then come on,
that would actually be kind of cool.
Dynamo, R.I.P. and his tidy whities.
Yeah, he was actually an opera singer. So
okay. By the way, my kids, when he came on screen and started singing, they and after his first initial, run-in with Dynamo, he leaves. All three of my kids turned to me and said, "Please tell me he comes back and that he sings more." They were all about the Dynamo. They thought that was amazing.
He was.
I remember liking him singer.
Yeah. It's very entertaining. All right, so we go Schwarzenegger, duh. Let's go to Maria Conchita Alonso as Amber.
I loved her the moment I saw her. Like I still to this day, I freaking love her. Like
in a creepy.
She would not want to be bothered with me.
Okay,
love her. Like it's insane. Like she is just. And I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world. Like, I really did. I just thought she was so.
You have good taste, Daryl.
She was naked and sweaty. I have prejudice.
She is probably she's probably the reason I have dated Hispanic women most of my life.
So you're searching for Maria, basically.
Yes, that's my movie. Okay. I'm going to do that.
Searching for Maria, new drama. The Daryl Taylor story.
Yeah.
No, but she was in Extreme Prejudice that we covered that you guys didn't really like.
Yeah.
Predator 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one that's a really good. I haven't seen it in a long time. We're going back to drama again. Sorry, Chris. Moscow on the Hudson.
How are we going to apologize? Sorry, Chris.
Enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
the Moscow on the Hudson.
One thing I really appreciate about Chris is he's definitely not one of these people who he knows what he loves, but then tells you why everything you love sucks. He's very much hey, you do you, buddy, and I appreciate that. So.
Which is why we have
Joel
plethora of movies.
Yeah, because when he found out I liked Scream, he only mocked me slightly, which I was very appreciative of.
Only slightly?
I know, it was impressive. Not like Daryl does. Daryl makes me cry.
That's my job.
My man Jim Brown is Fireball. I forgot how cool he looked. He looked like
with the
comic book character. was a comic
He was a
book.
black Mr. Freeze. I like the way his hair was all white.
Oh yeah,
What?
he was great.
There's a freeze coming.
Yaphet Kotto, the great Yaphet Kotto.
Fucking love that man with the worst hairline in the world, but he's the greatest actor in the world. Listen, I'm a bald man myself, so I can say that is one of the bad hairline people of the world.
Speak for yourself,
big.
Daryl.
Mr. Big.
Yeah.
Was that what we call in Live and Let Die?
Oh,
That was Mr. Big, wasn't it?
Really? So no one says Alien, or for God's sakes, Freddy's dead?
Listen,
Listen,
Freddy's
man,
dead, maybe,
calm
but
it
Alien
down.
It's just
Homicide is the best role
Oh,
he ever
yes.
did.
No, you're both
And
and
wrong.
guess what?
Oh,
I have that on my shelf.
Freddy's dead. The final nightmare. When I put on those 3D glasses in the last 20 minutes of that movie, changed my life.
I want to punch you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hold on, we have to mention and go back to Jim Brown. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
God, yes.
Yes.
Amazing
Yes.
film.
I love that movie.
Yeah, him and his corns.
We did cover that, right? Did we
Yes,
cover that?
we did way back in the early
Love that
days.
movie.
Yeah. I feel like it's been so long, Peter. We probably should cover it again. Don't you think?
Oh God,
That was good.
he was also in Mars Attacks.
Yes.
Yep. I remember that. Yep.
Yep.
Vaguely.
3 the Hard Way, Slaughter.
Yes.
I have
Big
Slaughter
ripoff.
on VHS sitting right behind me, actually.
Nice.
No.
The sequel,
Really?
Slaughter's Big Ripoff.
No, I do not have that one. Had the original.
Ice
Let's go.
Station Zebra is.
Oh,
one
for
of my
God's sake,
favorites.
Peter. We're moving
I
on.
was waiting for you to snap. I was waiting for you to snap.
Let's see. We've got Jesse Ventura from Minnesota.
Yeah, man.
Jesse Ventura, Minnesota.
Do you know they put things in the water to make you see inside your brain?
He plays Captain Freedom. He may be the only man who could compete with Bruce Campbell for greatest chin.
Yes.
Yes.
That guy's got a hell of a chin.
Don't
He really
forget
does.
about Zadar.
Oh, okay. Zadar. But to be fair, Zadar has like a whole
That was
other
nice.
level of
that was the whole that's
stuff
basically
going
the
on.
jawline.
Yeah.
I feel like, that's a whole.
I love Captain Freedom in this. When you see the workout videos and he just and then just walks out again.
I love that he's kind of like Rocky and Rocky 3 in that you could tell at one point he was this, the down and out stalker who just, but he worked his way up to becoming the superstar, and he's already retired. So they don't want to, they don't want to actually risk anything happening to him because he probably can't hang.
Right.
Yeah.
What was that shit they wanted him to wear? All the gadgets.
Oh my God.
Plastic
No.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
That you
That
put
was
in your Action Man or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, he was the big fight I wanted to see. I remember watching that. Like, when he gets into the fight, it's going to be.
And then, they do what they do.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dynamo, played by Erland Van Lith.
Yeah.
Van
And
Litsen.
what was his name in what was his name in that one?
What, the blue whatever?
What?
No,
The football movie?
no.
What?
God damn it! With those two,
You know what?
They're
You're
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're crazy.
Oh, stir crazy.
Richard
How would we
Pryor?
have gotten those
I
two?
have
from
no
Stir
idea
Crazy?
how we were supposed
those two.
to. Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
You mean
mean
Gene
Richard
Wilder
Pryor?
or Richard
And
Pryor?
Exactly.
Gene Wilder.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the problem, Peter. You have to define those two first, and
Right.
then
I
we could have
thought you knew.
Okay, no, I had no idea what you were
We're
talking
not that.
He was in that one.
Okay.
What was it, a burger? What the hell was his name in that one?
I have
can't
no idea.
remember. It's too far long ago.
Yeah, man, come on. Gus Rezwish,
Sure, that's the wrong way to pronounce it. Sure.
Buzzsaw.
I read that photo of him. Right? What the hell?
I forgot that he took a chainsaw to the groin. I kind of forgot.
How could you forget that?
I don't know. I
Buzzsaw
forgot.
Split. What happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split.
The split.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that to my balls all the time.
Oh, you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
we don't
sure.
judge you. We don't judge you.
I have
You're like,
my
you're
wife
like a
do
good,
that.
ball pain.
Yeah. Who doesn't love that?
Most of us.
Sure. He was also in Twins, actually. Oh, House 2. That's where I remember him from.
Who?
Ooh.
There, but and I'm pointing at the screen. Fucking hell! Like you can see that
Buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the image on his IMDb page from House 2.
Oh, is that when they go into the primordial whatever?
Yeah,
Okay,
think
I remember that. All
I
right.
don't remember that, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. I saw that in the theater. I remember seeing that.
Of course you did.
Of course.
Would you be surprised to hear that one was cut to shit over here?
House 2?
Yes, sir.
Why?
So tame.
I know, it's a PG-13. I mean, the original is pretty tame, but
don't know.
House is killing you is a big deal, man.
they were very concerned about that in Sweden.
Yeah.
They cut out the whole worm thing, or get rid of that little piece of shit.
What?
Oh, wow.
And House 2.
Okay.
No, they didn't. I'm just...
Oh.
You should know.
The best part is, because sometimes you do say for real that they did, and it's dumb.
No, there's a lot of when they're shooting at the car. I don't know. It's been a...
So just real quick. They did cut things out of House 2. You were just joking about what you
the
said.
little wormy thing.
Now I'm tracking with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Marvin J. McIntyre played Weiss.
Yeah.
It wasn't, a major character.
He was in Only the Lonely. Daryl will know that movie.
I remember that.
Is that the John Candy movie, or am I thinking something?
No.
Only the Lonely, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Is it John Candy?
Yeah, I think so.
No, yeah, it is.
Okay.
John Candy and
Ali Sheedy?
Ali Sheedy, yeah.
Dude, I'm just pulling that completely out of my ass.
Damn, you sure did, man.
I know.
You pulled it out of my ass along
I know.
with yours.
And I don't even remember. You know, the last part, I don't remember anything about that movie other than the title.
Really?
They were in it.
And I love that movie. And couldn't
of course you
remember
did, Daryl. Of course.
I think it's actually on the list.
I love John Candy, but all right. Professor
Ali
Toru
Sheedy
Tanaka played Sub-Zero.
He was in Dead Heat.
Yes.
Revenge of the Ninja, which we covered not that
All right, Chris, where do you stand? Hold on, Chris, where do you stand on Dead Heat?
It's all right.
Oh, come on, Chris.
It's all right.
Come on, it's more than all right.
It's all right.
It's freaking Joe Piscopo, oiled up and ripped, with a dead Treat Williams and Vincent Price, for the love of God.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Treat Williams could play that part.
I mean, that long career of, Piscopo playing these action stars.
Yes. Yes.
Shows how great that movie probably is, right? He was in that movie.
You're just making my point for me. Keep talking.
He was in that action film because he wasn't in anymore. Go fuck yourself.
Listen, Treat Williams could rock that part now.
Listen, Treat Williams is a fucking...
Really?
Wait,
really,
too soon?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he was in that movie. Yeah, he's filming it now.
Is it? Okay.
He's filming it right now.
You're evil.
Listen, he is a national treasure. He would laugh at that joke.
I probably would. Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac somehow was in this movie.
The cast of this movie is insane.
It is.
Bonkers.
So I'm trying to visualize who was Mick.
He was.
Remember, he's like the head of the underground resistance.
Oh
group.
yeah, the old guy,
the with the gray hair.
That was him.
He did the Scotty. He did the Spock reference, and that
he looked old as hell in 1986. I figured.
Well, they made him. They made him look like
he should have shot.
Oh, that music drains your soul.
Yeah, all the drugs those hippies did, man.
And that kind of music,
And his right hand was like Dweezil Zappa or whatever.
Okay,
Ray,
Stevie.
You can go your own way.
Richard Dawson. I love that they worked in him kissing someone.
Let me tell you, that dude is such an asshole that he fits the character he plays in this movie.
I gotta say, he's phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
He's a great villain because he is
a pinky. Always the fucking pinky. I wanted to break those pinkies off.
Well, he had a habit of kissing on all the.
He did. But here's the thing, Peter. Not Peter. Sorry, Daryl.
Peter?
Yeah, I get you guys confused a lot. Daryl. He did it. I remember watching the show. He was kissing on everybody. Well, all the women. Every.
Well, he got drunk a lot.
Is that what it was?
You know what it was? He hit one of my best friends. Her mother was on this show years ago. What? I mean, eons ago. Her mother was on the show. Her father was going to get into a fight with him because he had made a pass at her mother on the show. It was hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah. Those that don't know, is a show called Family Feud. Is it Steve Harvey? Is that who does it now?
Yeah, but but you got to name more than Family Feud. He did a bunch.
Richard? That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, he did a Match Game.
Okay. Yeah, he did the match. I think it was Match Game was the one that he got.
Oh, okay.
Probably, yeah.
Family Feud is the one I was always at my grandma's house that I remember him.
Yeah, that's the last of the shows I think he did.
Okay.
I mean, was Family Feud. I think that was the last.
Dweezil, we said
go back, no, and then go, no.
I know where you want me to go, Peter. I'm gonna
The water boy,
No,
the water guy.
As soon as I saw him on camera, I was like, Peter will not shut up about one of his.
I gotta go score some steroids.
Arnold's right-hand man.
Yeah, Sven.
Yes, Sven.
My countryman.
Yes,
been in every one of those Schwarzenegger movies. You know that face.
They were buddies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peter loves to tell us every single time.
Every single time. And he has the best. I mean, you can't even work off that accent. Got to go score some steroids.
Yeah, he's so great. He's in The Black Shining. So I talk to him all the time.
He's in The Black Shining.
Yeah. You didn't know we have that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh.
It's called The Shinning.
The Shinning? White. You don't know it.
Ah, well. All right. Edward Bunker plays Lenny.
Yeah. The real
Squiggy.
Real
What
criminal.
do I know him from? He looks like the dude at the beginning of Reservoir Dogs.
He's in Reservoir.
Well, he was.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Did he like in real life? Wasn't he like a
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was also in Tango and Cash. I know you've seen that.
I have, but you know what's funny, dude? I didn't like Tango and Cash that much.
That was when
I came to Tango and Cash
that the memory of it was better.
Yeah, I came to I did not see that as a kid, and everybody who saw it as a kid loves Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
I saw it as an adult, and I'm like, I am a Kurt Russell obsessive.
Listen,
like I watched Overboard more times than you need to know.
Yeah, I don't get that.
But Snake Plissken is God. But I'm telling you, I don't know why. I just couldn't get into that movie.
I think when we went into where we're going to talk about Tango and Cash, we were all like, "Oh yeah, I love that movie," and then we watched it again.
Because it was the shit when we watched it when we were kids.
It's cinematic. It's C&D, cinematic nostalgia disorder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're convinced that it was awesome. Yeah, and you rewatch it, and then you still you'd gaslight yourself. No, it's good.
I'm actually, you know what the stupid part is? I'm sitting here thinking, was it really that bad?
No, that's what I mean. That's C&D. Yeah, that's fine. We all have it.
It wasn't but remember, it wasn't terrible. It just
it wasn't.
It's great.
I just in my head, I guess, because everybody had always built it up, and for whatever reason, I never got around to seeing it. So, where do you stand on Tango and Cash, Chris?
I like it. I own the Blu-ray.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, I own it. I own it too.
I showed a buddy last year the movie for the first time, and he ended up putting soundtrack bits of it on his phone. So whoever calls him, it's like a Tango and Cash sound clip.
Nice.
All right. So
you're wrong, Joel.
Perpetually.
Wait,
Let's see.
No, I know it's bad, but
you still love it. No, I get fair. Look, dude,
Kurt
I like munchies. I'm not going to judge anybody for it.
You damn right you can't munch.
I got an effing munchie behind me. I'm not going to judge nothing to nobody for nothing. All right.
And munchies it wasn't actually that bad either.
Thank you, Peter. I love you, Peter.
Peter. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no munchies for me.
That's where you draw the line.
I like critters. I like ghoulies.
Oh, I do too. I love all of those, but I also like munchies. Because I was 11 when I saw it, and I liked it. All right, so Kurt Fuller, who I recognize from a gajillion things because he's in every.
He's been in everything.
One of those,
he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's always an a-hole, and he's
always.
Always. And Anthony, I don't know, should be Pena or is it just Pena? Played Valdez.
Pena, probably.
I would think Pena, yeah.
Yeah, Pena, probably.
Who the hell is Valdez?
I know the Hispanic people. It's Pena.
Good for you, Daryl.
The other meeting.
All right, let's see here. So I think that's it. Peter, did you want to mention anybody like the gaffers or
the guy that got the gum off
a name? Actually, scroll up and press for the whole cast and crew.
Oh, for God's sake. Really, Peter?
Yes.
Okay.
You fell for that?
I know.
Why'd you ask?
Scroll down.
I don't know. It's my fault.
He's going to do it.
Hang on.
Okay.
There we go. Roger Bumpass.
Oh, that's Squidward. Right?
What?
Isn't that guy? Am I imagining that? Isn't the guy?
I have no. I just
he does. He's the voice of Squidward.
I didn't even know.
He's the voice of Squidward. Kids, come on.
Who the fuck is that?
I got SpongeBob SquarePants. You ain't come on, man.
I'm a grown ass man with a penis. I didn't watch that. I was outside.
SpongeBob. I know.
I was outside, bro. Wasn't watching that.
Okay, hang on.
I was outside.
Oh no. Okay. I don't know where he's going.
I don't know where he's going either.
I love that. Peter wanted me to show that purely because the guy's name is Bump Ass.
He probably got something signed by him or something.
He probably does.
Right?
That'd be the best part.
T-shirt or something.
Not George Wilbur.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. The Shape.
The Shape.
He played Michael.
Oh,
Myers.
yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, he just passed away last year.
I know. Sadly.
Lynn Shay. Oh, that's right. Lynn Shay was in
Lynn
this.
Shay.
I knew there was somebody in this. that
Really,
was
son?
barely in what? What is he got?
Really?
Oh, see, hey, I may have known who he was, but I don't have any friggin' SpongeBob
You know where you can take that. You know where you can take those stuffed animals and put it, right?
Yeah. Maybe he
already
does.
in
You don't know what he's into.
I know.
Hang on. Yeah, there you go.
Back
All
where
right,
they
keep it-
belong.
Keep it going.
All right. So Lynn Shay, as I said, was in it. Did she? I don't even know if she had a line. I don't remember she talked. But
Propaganda.
Isn't she the
officer.
one that talked to
she may have, but it was very brief.
And Franco Colombo is one of his friends.
No, that's not the one.
Schwarzenegger's friends.
Yep.
See, I get shit for going down the line of the cast. I leave you for 5 seconds, and this
You
is
opened
what
this
happens.
up. You opened this up.
No,
By the
This
way,
is your fault,
me.
man.
I forgot how long the dance sequences were in this movie.
Oh my god! Well, you know who did it, right?
It was
Paul
Paula.
Abdul. Was it Paul Abdul? I was just gonna.
Yeah, you're right.
I jokingly just pulled that out of my ass. I figured.
Oh, you're right.
when
You
in
pulled it
doubt,
out of your
guess
ass.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
Or was it Rosie Perez? Was it Rosie Perez? Was she a choreographer too?
Yes.
Well, she was. Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
she was a fly girl.
Forever
right.
your girl.
Yep.
I remember that song. I know.
Yeah, of course
I was
you
down with the streets.
That, by the way, Daryl, that what you just did, the whitest thing you've ever done.
I know. I know. Well, you know, when a black guy sings that song out of nowhere, that's when they get the white girls going, what? Did you watch Friends too? It's like, no, stop.
Well, yeah.
Which as a native New York City resident, you've told me many times how that was very, very indicative of your experience.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Is there anybody else, Peter, you want me to talk about, or can I close?
Why are you asking him again?
I don't
You're gonna
know.
pull somebody else out of his ass.
I know he'll be like the Grips gaffer was.
There's a guy that walked by
up.
the studio at like the second day of
He's
shooting.
He's uncredited, but we want to
uncredited,
give him
but
a
he's
shout
there.
out for being a part of the Running Man.
I signed his dick at a con once.
Why would I sign someone's
Yeah, why
dick?
would
You
Peter
should
be
sign
signing
mine.
his dick?
Because I
He
just
was
wanted
in-
to be extreme to get.
Okay, I got it. So
Finish
Peter's
it
like
off.
so into the movie.
Yes.
He
yes.
doesn't just want their autograph.
No, it doesn't.
I just died down behind the board.
Want to touch my square bob, square pants,
Square
toys?
Bob, square pants. Oh God. All right. So
Little.
We'll put
Sorry.
that nose somewhere.
oh my God. All right. So
All right,
so
stay on
Chris,
part target.
I assume when it comes to this movie, you have thoughts.
It's good.
There you go.
And thank you
All
for
right.
joining us.
That's a great show.
I dig it.
guys.
I did, you know, like it's goofy. Like I just said, it's like ridiculous. It is, you know, it's wow.
We just so you know, Chris, on this show, it's very important to us that we break down each film and deconstruct what the meaning of.
Wait, like this. Hang on, I'm going to read an excerpt from my review.
Oh.
I said, now I could go into some sort of sociological analysis about the potentially violent and deadly future of TV game shows, or the decline of TV with those crappy ducky soap type shows. Like Big Brother or Paradise Hotel, for instance. Damn. I could also delve into the devious lengths some TV networks will go to attract viewers and numbers. Yeah, I could do that, but I won't.
Yeah,
because this is the
no
running
one cares.
And
Because the
this
reality
is
is
before
no.
the running man.
Yeah.
This was before Love Is Blind.
So I love too, by the way, that it totally has that American Gladiator vibe.
Oh, 100%.
Pre-American Gladiators.
for sure.
Yeah.
They watched when they were starting the American Gladiators, they actually had this in mind.
Oh, they had to.
Wow. Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Everybody was watching. I used to watch.
So I believe, Peter, you hinted that Schwarzenegger was not thrilled with the director choice.
Why
I read
not?
that somewhere. Yeah.
Why not?
That's all you got? I thought you actually had a story to tell us.
You don't have
No, I
nothing
think
for
it was
If
something
you are
about
going to tease trivia,
God damn, you were a
I
cock
think
tease.
it was something to do with the effect that Schwarzenegger thought that, or that the director filmed it more like a TV show or something. I didn't really like that, but I can't really see that, to be honest. So I don't know.
I didn't get TV show vibes.
No.
I didn't get that either.
No, I said Schwarzenegger said, I read somewhere that he felt that Paul Michael Glaser filmed it as a TV show. Okay. I don't know where he got that from, but.
Okay, well, what are you going to do?
Schwarzenegger.
Well, so I guess then the important question to ask is, and it's just so pointless after we talk about a movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Chris, does this movie still hold up for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Shocker. We are all shocked to learn.
Well.
A movie you watch every year still holds up for you.
It's very rare that something I grew up loving doesn't still hit me.
Mm-hmm.
If it sucks, I'll come out and say it fucking sucks, and it's not for me anymore. Like, it's my collection is very concise as well.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing in my collection are movies that I absolutely love or like, and that's it.
Oops.
I don't have. There's nothing else.
Peter takes the exact same approach.
Like,
I
think it's a waste, not only of space, of money, things like that.
Peter,
but it's like
I agree, but still.
So, yes, to me, it still holds up. Just entertainment wise, and that's 100% the reason why a movie is going to affect me, is if I'm entertained by it. That's the whole purpose of a movie.
Yeah,
I am wholeheartedly still entertained by this film.
Yeah,
it's so fun. It's so stupid. It is fun. It is over the top and ridiculous, and that's my soup. That's where I like to marinate.
So are you somebody? Are you able to take slow burns at all? Or are you like one of those people who are like, no, if it's
well, I mean, listen, I love Dune.
Okay. All right.
That's because it's a great.
Which one?
Well, not the
new one.
No, I love the new one.
Okay.
No, it's great. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Not Star Wars. He's not talking about
the new one. Is Dune.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Lynch's.
I saw
it's
that.
Funny though,
believe it or not.
But I think it's
too condensed. Way too condensed.
But even in that condensed form, it's also like a slog to get through.
It's crazy.
It's bizarre as fuck.
Yeah.
Like his flow of that movie. It is like, boy, can I have more Dramamine, please?
Mm-hmm.
Like, put me to fucking sleep. It's insane. But I love the visuals of Lynch's. I like the soundtrack of Lynch's.
The cast is insane in that one too.
I appreciate the slow burn of the Denis version.
Mm-hmm.
It just worked for me.
Yep.
Yes.
So I guess it just depends. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It depends on what mood one. I mean, if you're in the mood for a fast action movie, you're not going to put on Dune. It's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
But I think I think what you pull at is the character. The character is so important in the movie that it kind of drags you in, even when it's not really doing a lot of stuff, right? Like that.
Well, I think with Lynch's, the characterizations of these people were handled so terribly and condensed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to fit this giant novel into a 2-hour movie.
Which is insane.
And so with Denis, you have time to marinate that.
Yeah.
And, he gives you so much with every faction that's happening in that movie.
Sound is so important in that movie.
The sound was great.
It's awesome. It's awesome. But that is not the running man.
No.
But the Running Man, come on, let's go.
Anyone else think that there's I don't know some kind of a meaning here with all the stalkers are kind of relying on gadgets, and Schwarzenegger beats the shit out of them with nothing,
or their own gadget, or their own gadgets. Well, yeah, buzzsaw or So I like that they rely so heavily on equipment, and every time he takes that equipment away from them, they're like shit. Except maybe for Captain Freedom.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, I mean, there was, in sports, there was that conversation of the newer athlete is as powerful, as strong as the older athlete because of all the new advances, which were old as shit then. But I mean, to now you compare it, it's old as shit. But then there were those conversations about it back then at the time. So I remember that. So I'm sure that kind of went into when the movie was made, how that affected it.
You were gonna say something, Chris?
I was just gonna say how, like, when you think about it, though, how if you were to get into the mindset of the film, everyone before Schwarzenegger must have been a complete moron.
Shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
Because he did it. I mean, he did it pretty easily. He took those guys out.
Listen, if you take the original novel and put the Ben Richards character in this movie, he would be gone within seconds because he's kind of like a pre-tubercular, scrawny-looking dude in the novel.
Well, we kind of never get a sense that other people in the military had been in it. They never said it one way or the other.
It's just been crap people.
They just tell you, you just think of them as just people that got caught up in the system.
Yeah.
Right.
Bunch of pussies. Isn't that what she said, the old lady?
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't have even been in it. I mean, Dawson, the character, the game show guy,
Killian.
The only reason why he even noticed them was because they watched the escape. It looked like no one tried to escape before either, right?
Yeah.
Like that was a big deal for them to do that. And so there was these crazy circumstances that even put him in the game because he probably should not have been in the game because they needed people that were shit. You need to easily kill people that were shit in the game so it made these guys look better, right? Because they're terrible.
Sure.
Yeah, out of shape. Look, big old fat guy running around in an electric suit. Like, how is he catching anybody? Like,
that's why he had the dune buggy. The
just hide till he runs out of gas and then run. Like, what is he gonna do? Like, that thing is probably 300 pounds.
Just wait for dinner.
Yeah, just wait for dinner time. He'll go back home.
Even Fireball, when he why can't I fly? I can't fly. Well, stand up and run, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
They don't have to, right? Because everybody was so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Because they've been up against like scrawny looking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Poor criminals who's been sent out to try and
and if we're going to pick things apart too, I also love it in movies of this era, especially where the raw footage what would ostensibly be security footage within this helicopter is shot with like masters and close-ups and it's shot very cinematically as opposed to like one locked-in image where everything just happens. It's like close up on Schwarzenegger, close up on his hand. It's like because that's how it would look. But
they pull him back over the seat.
But that Amber, the love interest, Maria Conchita Alonso, Daryl's obsession, that she finds it in a file at the TV network.
Right. She just happens to come across
easily.
This is the most important shit you would want to hide, right?
Yeah, it's going to expose all of the crap, and they don't destroy it. No.
And can I ask where she hid that?
Son of a bitch, you beat me to it. I'll bet that would be quick.
Because in prison, right, you get checked, right? Like, how could you get through all of the security?
If you push it far enough up, I guess.
Hey.
Use the pencil.
Daryl's gonna get hot. Calm down.
It's too late.
So yeah, no, I love that. Where she looks like she's at a card catalog.
Yeah, and she finds it easily. Like, oh, look, there it is.
Don't forget. Look, I'll give her finding it easily.
Right.
The fact that it's there to begin with,
right? Like in that one room where you can just go
at
in.
the network. Like I feel like the government pulled this move. They're gonna have that. If they're gonna keep it at all, it's gonna be hidden down in some bunker somewhere, Area 51 or something. I don't know. So
I would love if they did a movie where they found out, like, this guy goes in, like, you find out there's this mysterious group that they go in and make these things happen to explain away all of the
there's like a special
stupid
elite unit that
they're like it's time for them to get caught, so
they're called
guy comes in
like the plot holes or something.
They come in and they leave. You see them leaving the file. You see them leaving the file right there before she comes in, just so she can find it.
We got to make sure that this plot stays on track.
There it is. Let's put it there.
I would love that.
That's the charm with these 80s movies.
Where's the most likely place she'd look? Well, right here.
Yeah,
the network.
Exactly. And then the guy that was supposed to do a security check for her, you just you do something to distract him, and then he doesn't check her, and
he
then
doesn't
she gets
check
to
her.
take through.
Yes. As we know, Daryl would have made sure everything was thoroughly investigated.
I had to check. I mean, I would not. I wouldn't have. But if it's your job to do security, I mean, you're supposed to check people.
So sure. Thorough Maria Conchita Alonso check.
Respectfully.
What, with gloves on?
I said respectfully.
I love it. When Daryl, you can tell Daryl really actually does have the hots for somebody, because he's like, hey,
it's
no
Maria
jokes.
Conchita Alonso, so I'm right there.
No, respect that woman.
All right. So, any other thoughts, Peter? Does this movie hold up for you? I love it if you said no. It'd be amazing. Go ahead, Peter.
Could I lie?
Peter likes every movie, Chris, just so you know. Almost.
Even movies where the hero, puts his brother.
Sets his own brother up for murder. Like the Wraith.
Chris, this is a long-running.
Yeah, we covered the Wraith.
10-year running gag.
Yeah, you've seen the Wraith, right, Chris?
I love the Wraith.
Okay, we love
the Wraith too. We just didn't know that it ended on a villain's journey because
he totally sets his brother up. He gives his brother the murder car. And here, good luck, buddy. Yeah. And he leaves.
While he goes with his woman and lives his life. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like,
and frames his brother for his
people should go back and listen to that.
I want a sequel where you see them on a beach, just fucking like rabbits, and then his girl goes, What's up with your brother? I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
And he just goes, fuck that guy. And then they go back to making out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Told his dumbasses. Nobody told him to take the car.
All right, so Peter, this held up for you then.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we said, it's over the top, it's ridiculous, and it's violent, and it's so chock full of Arnold one-liners. It's just
you just sold the hell out of this movie, by the way, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Well, none of that was. I hope none of that was meant as a criticism, because everything you said makes me want to watch it again right now.
Well, that hit the spot. Or I'll get what did you say? Air sick, car sick. I'll throw up on you.
I know that shirt. Yeah,
he was an asshole. That's more than I remembered.
He got hit in the dick too. So
he did. No, I mean Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. He was a dick. Yeah. When he tied, I'm like, I don't know why she didn't trust you, Arnold, baby, because you
tied her
to a bed, stripped her down, and was like
that power move where he rips it off the floor,
the bench,
And you threaten to hurt her if she didn't go with you on your vacation, creepy Zoid. Yeah,
stealing her card and making it.
Yeah, he's like, why does she keep running away from me? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, so Daryl, did that hold it for you?
Yes, I still love it. It still doesn't match how I felt watching it in the movies. Going to see that in the movies, it was such an experience that I still remember. Watching it again, because I haven't watched it in years, which I like. I haven't seen it in years because it hasn't been available anywhere. And then watching it again after so much time has passed. What?
It's been available on my shelf and Chris's
Peter's
shelf.
doing
so
that
you
thing
can
he
come
always
to our
does
house.
when you talk like this, and he keeps going under his breath. It's
You know
on
what?
It's on
you,
my shelf.
you motherfucking physical copy people. Everybody doesn't
There
have
you
all,
go.
I don't have all the copies. Okay.
See?
See?
And
Yeah.
one of those people that
Yeah.
you did on the video. But anyway, it's a bit like it still like holds up. In fact, it fits our mentality even more now in terms of how we love to watch people just destroy themselves. Like we love to watch terrible things happen to people. All you got to do is just show that they're the bad guy a little bit. Just give us a little piece of them being a bad guy, and we will watch them get, do things and get destroyed on a show and cheer that shit on and celebrate it. So, and I'm one of them. I'm still one of them that would do that too. So I'm no better than anybody else. But it's just a funny, fun take. And I miss this kind of stuff. Like you don't get this as much anymore. Yeah, I miss these old quirky sci-fi crazy.
I was gonna say, like when you guys were bringing up the when we were talking about the logical inconsistencies of the film.
Yeah.
Because today everything would be explained.
That's
the
problem.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Yep.
And I'm thinking like, that's one of the things that was amazing about 80s films in general. They just threw shit at the wall and you accepted it. And it was entertaining or it wasn't. That's it.
Well, actually, I would say we have gotten away from that in genres because I think but the problem is they don't write the characters to have the laugh at themselves kind of vibe. We don't have the Schwarzeneggers
very
to do
serious
it because there's so many superhero or action movies, big movies where they are, the shit scripts or whatever. The story, you could tell they were writing the story as they were doing it in the whole nine. But you don't have fun with it though. Like it's not. You sit there watching it and you're like, oh my god, this just looks like it was cut to pieces, like a piece of shit. I watch Running Man and I don't sit there going, I wonder if this was cut or this was added or this was shot later on. No, it just was so much fun to watch. So crazy. I love the crack a neck scene we got in this. Like I love that shit. It's great. You can't really do that like that. Like, yeah, of course not. But fuck you, it's not real. This is
And Daryl, to drive home your point, I feel like it was Spielberg, but it's somebody like that who made the comment, and I don't remember if it was Jaws or some other movie he was making, and somebody was worried that there was an inconsistency, and his point was if they're focused on that while they're in the moment of the movie, then I've already messed up and I've lost them. If on the way home they have that like, oh, wait a minute, who cares? Story's over, movie's over. And honestly, I like that. I wish that mentality was more prevalent because to Chris's point, I do feel like that's why we have so much exposition in everything. Like they've got to explain everything because if you don't explain it, then
listen, if you want to pull this movie apart, the sled ride itself down into the area would kill you.
Of course it would, but who cares? It's amazing.
Sure. Yeah.
You at least puke afterwards.
But you know what? We brought up Dune, the Dune now, the new Dune. And I'm like, part of why I like that fucking movie so much is that you got these characters like just these actors just going for it, right? Like Batista's like a fucking just
mountain.
He would be in this movie if he was alive.
Yeah, he'd have been one of the stock. Oh yeah,
he'd have been in this movie. Yeah, Josh Brolin, total asshole, crazy,
he was great.
Like old begrudge, grudging everything, hating everything.
We are
like Chalamet, like he's growing into that person that's like can go crazy. He can go for it. He can go crazy. Like Austin Butler, another guy. But the director knew to have these people go nuts because you want that. Like that is what you want to see. These characters play big.
The key word is entertaining.
Yeah, you want to be entertained, and that's what this movie had. Like these guys were running around getting shot at,
in leotards.
Yeah, in leotards. The whole movie in leotards. Okay, in leotards.
Powerful.
Not everybody had like abs. It wasn't like everybody's running
Yaphet
around
Kotto.
with abs and shit like they would now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't give a fuck. Like it was just so much fun.
You even buy it, the Dynamo Stalker with his whitey tighties, and then he couldn't barely move.
Nuts. Fucking nuts. And even the screaming when she finds the bodies and she screams, and then she, all of a sudden she's like, well, let me investigate these bodies because now they don't bother me anymore. And it's hilarious. It's like, oh shit. It's like,
yeah.
Again,
actually, Chris, I don't know if you remember when we had the other recording, you and I got a little bit down the rabbit hole of why you're not a huge fan of the more like the Asylum, kind of the Sharknado, all those kind of movies, because there's this hyper intention, almost cynical effort to be ironically bad versus, and it's not, look, I don't think Running Man's bad. I get why a lot of people would trying to compare it to like the AFI top 100, blah, whatever. But to your point, Chris, I fall into the bucket of if I'm entertained and I like it, then I like it and it's a good movie to me.
Listen,
Running Man is having a beer with me. Like Running Man is sitting there like, yo, this is fucking great. Let's drink a beer. Let's have a good time.
Yes.
Those Sharknado is trying to tell me how bad it is, but I should laugh at it because it's ironic. And when you once you start explaining to me why you're doing it the way you are, I'm done. Like you're not in it. I'm not in this with you anymore. In fact, you're the weird guy at the bar, and I need you to leave. Like I don't want to have you drinking around me. You're fucking up the vibe at the bar. Like just go.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. You had that. It's like I'm looking at everybody's faces, trying to see if everybody wants to talk. So, because I guess my point was that I think I've watched some of those movies, and there've been a few I've watched. I've been like, all right, fine, it is what it is. But by and large, my problem always has been there's an awareness. Whereas, and I know you brought this up in the other conversation, Chris, about like The Room or Birdemic or any of those films where they were trying to make something good, right? Like a good example. I know I just said The Room and Birdemic, and I'm about to connect all that to Back to the Future, which is a weird leap. But let me explain why. I heard somebody describing how hard it is to act in a movie like Back to the Future, and I don't know why it never clicked in my head. But when you think about it, how easily a movie like that could have fallen into the "it's not good" bucket. Like everything from Doc Brown, we're sending you back to the future. And he's like pointing. Who's he pointing to? Like there's nobody there. Like nobody. Here's why is it in that movie it works that they are not doing anything that's remotely ever in real life, but yet other movies that are supposedly trying to simulate real life, it feels phony and off. Like,
because one's bringing you in.
Yes,
right?
It's emotion. It's like connecting
one is bringing you in
the characters. Yes.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, though, right? Like that.
Yeah, but it's good acting. It's good.
Yes, it's good, but it's a specific kind of acting. I wouldn't call it realistic. You know what I mean? Like the way Biff acts is not realistic.
That movie isn't realistic.
No, exactly. But yet you're stuck into it.
That was the 80s, man. This is what we had.
You can't go back to the future. I'm out.
That's not what I meant. What I'm getting at is like today, the effort seems to be, whether it's superhero movies or whatever, they always, no matter how batshit crazy everything gets, there's always this effort, it seems to me, to ground everything in this more realistic way of being, but yet it ends up
just having fun.
Yeah. And it's not like, and again, but not at the expense of it's that line. It's a hard line to fly, because it's like on one hand, like you don't want to do it ironically and cynically, like the other movies we're talking about.
I will tell you this. Speaking of newer movies, like the Marvels, because I've seen it most recently.
I love that you call it the
What made me I do. I call it like it's the R&B.
It's called Marvel.
It's an old R&B group.
Oh, you're not going to defend that movie, are you? Are you about to do this?
No. I'm going to be honest about that.
Okay.
What I'm going to say is that there were times in the movie where it was starting to be like a Running Man, where the characters were in this fucking crazy, insane world, right? And they were kind of having fun, making fun of it, but also being part of the fun. And then you can tell the director was like, oh, no, you can't do that.
That's where it falls.
You got to stop it, and they cut it. Like all those scenes,
like rather than leaning into
instead of leaning in, like the scenes that would bring people in to enjoy the movie, they fucking cut those scenes because they take it too serious, and then they try to joke with me and it's not funny. When they had Samuel L. Jackson say "Black Girl Magic," it was the most cringeworthy scene. And they're trying to do what Schwarzenegger has done for years, right? They're trying to do that joke, that one-liner.
A one-liner.
And it totally didn't work. And I knew that Samuel Jackson didn't come up with that. That was someone else trying to tell him, this will be funny. Like, you know.
Yeah. Can you imagine his face when they're trying to convince him of that?
That's when he did like this.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's like, how much you paying me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, listen, he sat back and said, all right, these motherfuckers want to fuck this movie up. It's not my problem. Like, I'm going to get my money regardless.
Yeah, either way.
This is not my problem. You want to do a shitty movie? That's on you, bro.
Yep.
And step back. But that's missing. Like, that's the shit that's missing.
They should go back and watch some of like these, like a bunch of the Arnold movies. Sure, he can do serious, but most of them, there's this not taking yours, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is not stupid. He knows he's not the greatest actor ever made. Or
no. But Maria Conchita Alonso, again, she's one of those people that can, like, it's those actors. Like, they knew how to be like, all right, we going there? Let's fucking go there. Let's have fun. Let's fucking go there. And she did the jokes with him.
I'm gonna throw out a word. And you guys can tell me if this is now I'm starting to be all like highfalutin and annoying. So please shut me down. No, but I feel like what is missing, it's sincerity. Like, I think there's a sincerity to those 80s movies where they're just, they're like, okay, this is the concept. This is the movie. We're telling this story. We're taking it serious to a point, but we also know exactly what it is, and we're having fun with it. Tongue is a cheek, but it's never like wink, wink, audience. You know what I mean? And there's a sincerity that I feel like a lot of this stuff now just doesn't have to me. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's coming. It feels very cynical. It feels very like intentionally, oh, look how edgy this is, or look how meta. You know, I just and yes, I know I like screaming.
I'm going to name some actors that I'm telling you right now that I think are bringing that kind of stuff back, because shit, when it's too serious or whatever, where it's not working.
Dakota Johnson.
The movies are not making money. Wow. No. Like Henry Cavill, for example.
Okay.
I think the stuff he's doing now, like the Ministry of Ungentlemanly
big nerd himself
Warfare, I think he's getting the joke. Like when
that does have vibes. That does have vibes.
That gets the vibe of the joke. Like Florence Pugh is another one where even when the material is shitty, she can get up to it and above it when she does it. Like David Bautista's being better at it. Josh Brolin is another. Javier Bardem is another guy who could come into a fucking movie and be like, oh, like just bring everything in him in the movie to the point where this motherfucker is my guy. Like he does it with all the movies that he's in. He brings it. That's the shit we missed. Like that's what the audience wants to see. Like it's not this thing where you're trying to explain to me rocket science in a movie. No, it's a performance that makes you go, damn, this is fucking great. Like I'm enjoying the shit out of this movie. Like that's what you want.
Even though it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't have to make sense.
Right. It's not always going to make sense. No. A lot of times it doesn't even make sense like that. But you just want the performances to be good, to work, to be great. Even if the material's not that great, you want the performance to be great.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this bad boy up. And I will say that, yes, Running Man holds up, even if you don't agree.
No, it doesn't. Shit.
Yeah, you don't agree. Well, you don't agree.
If you don't agree, run.
Yeah, run. So, Chris, just so you know, at the end of our episodes, we have a list of numbers, and we have to pick one, and that'll be the movie we'll be covering next time. So that's what we're about. I forgot to mention that in the notes I sent you about how we do this show. That's a relatively new phenomenon.
It's a new phenomenon for this show.
For this show, yes, for this show.
Very good.
Yeah, so who picked Running Man? Do you remember, Peter?
You did.
Oh, I did.
First one. And you argued about that not being good.
What was the last one? What did he pick before Running Man? What was it? It was
I, the Jury.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Great.
It's a good movie.
That would be that would fall in your bucket, Chris, of movies you would probably avoid. Just
Okay. Yep.
it was. Dude, it wasn't good. It wanted to be good. It wasn't. Wait, no, really going there. We're not relitigating that.
70%.
Is it 2 hours of my life I'm not getting back as it is?
Case dismissed.
Case dismissed. All right. So, Daryl, what's the numbers available?
Let's see. The ones that are already taken are 15 and 3.
What we
up to what? Is 15 the top number?
Up to 20. Sorry.
Oh, up to 20.
Okay. Like he's like
I know.
Right, like we can read your mind. I feel like we're mad.
Hey, Daryl, it's like that guy in that movie with those other two guys.
Yeah. You know that one.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
You know that guy.
Did it freeze up?
No, actually, no. Oddly, it's not freezing up. Yeah.
That's a long ass fucking finger. You keep that shit away from me, buddy. I say 20.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I, the Jury, Part 2.
No, but we may want to ask Tyson to join us for this because we talked about it.
Oh.
The Bridge on the River Kwai.
I love that movie, but that's a long ass movie. How did that end up on our list?
Peter. What did you do?
Oh my God! I have to explain myself.
Who did this?
So Chris knows the movie he does not want to join us for. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're doing highbrow movie next
time. Bridge on the River Quiet.
I'll be watching that movie, taking a shit because it's so long. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Well, you have TVs all over your place, anyways.
It's got Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Oh yeah, I had to think about it. Wait,
does he have a lightsaber in the river?
Sorry, let me make sure for the kids in the audience.
What?
The OG Obi-Wan Kenobi is in it. Yeah,
Sir Alec Guinness.
Yes.
I was like, damn, he old man.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor's not that old. So we'll be covering that. Chris, thank you, sir, for being here, for doing this. I think it would have been great if you had done the entire episode. Just to react.
Actually, Arnold's behind him. Conan's there.
Oh, that's true.
He's over there.
Show him. Actually, he's got a really cool statue set. I don't know if you get see him over there in the corner.
Yeah. Of course I do.
Feels like I'm in a museum or a shop.
That's his face on the wall as well.
So for those that are just listening, we are getting a tour here.
Yeah, we're getting it. Yeah, sure.
So go to Mom and Pop Video Shop, the YouTube channel, and
of
check out the video version of this. Chris, the important question: where can they go to find you online and support Wellsville Nights? Because I know everyone, Peter and Daryl, want to support Wellsville Nights.
Yeah, you want that queefing scene. That's what I want.
That's right. I mean, you can, GoFundMe.com for Wellsville Nights. If you want to check out any of the other garbage that I do, you can just get a hold of me at warlockhomevideo@gmail.com, Warlock Home Video on Instagram. Facebook, all that crap. Same.
Yes, and yesterday I arrived home from our trip. We were in Tallahassee visiting my mother, my stepfather, my sister, and I came home to a package of 5 Blu-rays featuring Chris Seaver joints. So, and by that I don't mean weed. I mean they were actually like his movies. So, just for the kids out there that don't know what a Spike Lee joint is.
Wow.
I'm sure.
I just realized I said Chris sent me a bunch of joints in the mail. I might want to be a little bit more specific.
Crabster pieces.
Yeah, he don't do that. Yeah.
Allegedly.
But yeah, so I am looking forward to watching them. I think I told you I just finished the Weirdsies. And Daryl, I feel like you would appreciate the Weirdsies. Imagine Stand By Me, but with when they're looking for the body but it goes to necrophilia.
Wow, just my bag.
Yeah, so they're not just looking for the body to be this symbol of their growth and change into adulthood.
Right.
No.
Maybe you'd like this one too. I'm just gonna Close Encounters of the Inbred Redneck Kind.
Terrible.
Oh, I love it.
Teen Ape Goes to Camp.
Good.
Yeah, I like. That was one of my first Seaver movies I watched with Teen Ape Goes to Camp.
Let's see, whatever. I mean, Heather and Pugly Crucify the Devil.
Oh, and my nickname for Daryl is a Filthy McNasty.
Yeah, I was just getting to that. Filthy McNasty's Apocalypse.
And there's what? And there's 3 sequels or 4?
There's 4 altogether.
Okay,
There's
4 sequels.
Filthy McNasty.
Mulva 2, Kill Teen Ape.
Yeah. What about now? I saw I've got a Geek War on Tubi.
Uh-huh.
Are you in the filmography that is yours? Where do you feel about Geek?
I do like Geek War.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, because I started, I was liking what I know you'd given me a list of things to go with, and it wasn't. I don't think on the original.
Daryl,
Yes.
listen to this title.
Okay.
12 Inches of Dangling Fury. Hang on. Scrotal Vengeance. Anal Paprika 3. Menage.
Damn.
But by the way, I love that you would, if somebody accidentally stumbles on Chris's IMDb page, you think you'd almost be forgiven. You're going, so does he directs porn too?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
The
Meter Man.
Yeah, they're just they're fun, man.
Yeah, you have the father going, I think I've watched that. What'd you say? Nothing, dear. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Quest for the Egg Salad.
Yes.
Oh, I've been
These
there.
titles are just
I've been there.
Ghoulish Chronicles from Bone Jack and High. Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
There's a good go check out some titles.
Check out
Just the
Chris's
title-
movies,
just the-
support
just
Chris.
The titles alone is fine.
I am all for supporting all independent cinema, so please support Chris. He's a good guy. He's willing to put up with our nonsense for an hour and a half.
That's true.
And in the meantime, Peter, where can they find you?
Here, Retro Movie Geek, or they can go to Terror on the Tube, or they can also find me over and use channel sometimes, the Undead Wookiee podcast.
Okay. Daryl.
Yeah, you can you can find me at Daryl Taylor on probably on the socials. You can go to
Wow.
He's like-
He got alien. Whoop. That only happens to the Florida man. What happened? That was well, our aliens are apparently
Just when he was
York.
going into the 5,342 different podcasts that he has.
Yeah. I was hoping he would stay on long enough I could make a joke about he and the 6 people that are on Threads together. He always brings up Threads.
I'm on Threads.
Oh, you're the one of the 6.
Yeah.
I think I posted like one thing on it, and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
I think I posted 2.
I'm not doing this. I'm not investing in anything else. Yeah, so I can be found, unless Daryl joins us before we're done. I can be found, of course, here, Terror on the Tube, Jay of the Dead's New Horror Movies, and Mom and Pop Video Shop. So if you're just listening to this, be sure to go check. Oh, he's back. Let me add him in. Hold on, here he is.
Yes,
Daryl.
I clicked myself out like an idiot.
Oh, I thought I thought the aliens took you like they do to me here in
They brought me back.
Florida. Okay, that's good. All right, you got your probing in.
All right.
So you were saying you and the 6 people that are still on Threads together.
Yes.
And
find me there. You could also find me on. You can go to taylornetworkofpodcast.wordpress.com and find have a family of podcasts.
Your family.
Like Nothing's On, which is a TV and movie podcast, and DC All Stars, which is a DC Comics centric podcast, along with Gotham by Geeks, which is a Batman centric podcast. So you can find that all there, along with Culture Trapping, which is it's a very black podcast, and we do very dark humor. Get it? Get it? But it's for everyone. It's for everyone. You can join us on that. So
I thought you said it's for Obi-Wan.
It's for Obi-Wan. It's who they dedicate every episode.
Well, Obi-Wan, he's our guy.
All right. Well, thank you again to Chris for being here.
Yep.
We very much appreciate it. And what was that?
This is fun.
Okay.
I love this. I mean, this is the best. I love this is what I do with my buddies. You know what I mean? Just sit around, shoot the shit, talk about shit we like. So.
Yes, indeed. So in the meantime, any final words?
I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it in your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
Perfect.
Thanks for listening. Visit RetroMovieGeek.com and be sure to leave us voicemail feedback. You can share your thoughts by calling 484-577-3876. That's 484-57-RETRO.